Come on, 4 dudes drunk and naked in a hot tub, that's straight. Hot Tub Time Machine. Okay, so the premise of Hot Tub Time Machine is pretty simple. 3 guys who were best friends back in the 80s keep in touch, but they don't really hang out anymore. And so they all set out to go to this ski resort that they went to back in Winterfest 86, along with John Cusack's nephew. You know, rekindle the good old times kind of thing. But now in 2010, this place is an absolute shitbox. I mean, it just looks horrible. It looks like that town from Book of Eli. Yeah, there's just no fun to be had there. And so for the only fun that they can muster, they all get hammered in this hot tub, which happens to be, yes, a time machine. And so they all get blasted back to Winterfest in 1986. Then shenanigans and 80s shoutouts ensue. Now, it is not often that I like both movies that were released in one weekend, but in this case, I really did. This movie was great. It was hilarious. It didn't take itself too seriously, and if you're a fan of the 80s or 80s shoutouts, you're going to laugh your ass off in this movie. I guarantee it. It's like The Wedding Singer with a lot less heart that it makes up for in crudeness. Yeah, it was a crude movie. I mean, like I said, it's not meant to be taken too seriously, so the fact that John Cusack plays the same role in this movie that he plays in every other movie he's ever done is only slightly irritating. But it is about 9,000 steps up from 2012. Yeah. But John Cusack's friends are really the ones that bring this movie together. I mean, the white one's a little bit of a douche, but Daryl from The Office, he's always funny. You can almost make a game of trying to catch all the 80s references in this movie. Or a drinking game. Now we're talking. Like 2 people were fighting in this movie, and in the background you hear some guy go, "Get him a body bag!" That is classic. And there's some cameos in this movie from some former 80s movie actors. One in particular that I did not even recognize until halfway through the scene. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I died laughing. Now our time travelers here have to be careful, because they know if they change one thing, it could affect the entire course of their lives, like some butterfly effect Doc Brown shit. But the movie does touch on the concept of if you can go back and do things differently and do them over, would you? And I thought that was cool because shoot, we've all thought about that. I've thought about that. So for my money, I laughed my ass off in this movie. I haven't laughed this hard since The Hangover, honestly. It's a fun, irreverent time where the fun's magnified if you remember the 80s. And if you do, you almost have to see this movie. And no one out there try to ruin it by being all like, well, technically speaking, there are not enough tachyons contained in a hot tub to pull you through what you conceive as time. Because they had something better than tachyons. They had Russian Red Bull in 151. That punches your tachyons right in the face. That's right, Russian Red Bull in 151, otherwise known as the cure for AIDS or time travel. So if you're looking for a lot of laughs and crudeness does not bother you, go see this movie. And if you like this shit, my review that is, then click here.